Hey y'all, I was just checking in. I just watched part of a video Paul just put out. I'll put the link. You guys probably already seen it. I'll show you some what I got for dinner. But it's this clothing line. It's called New or something like that. It's totally satanic, totally demonic. And I had seen it on Twitter before I saw this video of Paul. But the good news is everybody's like, what's cool about the this community that we're building of truth tellers is that we're already up on this stuff. Like, we figured it out, right? So people see this, that maybe something, if they would have pushed this out 10 years ago, we would have been like, oh, whatever. We wouldn't even have really picked up on it. Now it's just like so obvious. And I was talking with my daughter. She wanted to go up to the dollar store today, and my youngest, and she's 11, and she was telling me how the kids at school are like really aware now. Like they're picking up on this Illuminati stuff and the programming, and so it gives me hope, that it's not all is lost. And but what's really awesome about it is the contrast between these dark forces and the light is becoming sharper. The edge is becoming sharper and sharper. It's getting easier and easier to tell, the difference. And like I said, it's on our radar now. It's not something that they can hide anymore from us, and honestly, I don't think they're being allowed to hide it. That's the whole reason it's being exposed, is because as this godly light energy is coming into our system right now, into the planet, into our solar system, into our individual bodies, this frequency is being uplifted. It's being pushed up. This, light energy is coming in, and it's bringing in, godly attributes. And these godly attributes are pushing these people into the light. It's like flipping the light switch on, and the rats go scurrying. Now they're almost in a position where they have to come forward with what they're doing, because they've got to quickly try to normalize this behavior and push this stuff out there. And they've always used advertising. My daughter and I were talking about how they use advertising like as a hypnosis. It hypnotizes people. And as my daughter asked me, Dad, do they use hypnosis how do they hypnotize people and to get them to believe stuff? And I said it's all, they've been studying the brain, and they study how the mind works, and they know exactly what it takes. I said TV is the biggest hypnotizing thing there is, and the programming they have on it just puts you in that that subtle state of consciousness where you're more receptive to the propaganda. And she was like, yeah, it just, I watch commercials and I just want to buy what they have on there, But see, now kids are picking up on this so young and figuring it out so young. It's really good to see. And I think the time it's going to be an interesting time we got ahead in the next few years, because the shift is definitely happening. I mean, if you sit back and just kind of watch what's going on, it's subtle because it's happening. I think it's happening fast. I mean, I've been waiting for this pretty much my whole life. I mean, even in my 20s, I was, I knew things were messed up. I knew that it was wrong that we were using fossil fuels, and we were, in all these wars and all this stuff. I knew that stuff was wrong, but I didn't know what the Illuminati was, and I didn't know all this. I figured there was some, clandestine group running things behind the scenes, but now it's all being pushed right out there into the mainstream. So everybody knows about it now. Now, they might call it conspiracy theory, but they're talking about it. And the fact that they're talking about it means that these people have been outed, and they're going to be pushed to the front. And it's interesting. The pus, when the body's removing impurities, it pushes that stuff to the surface. And this is the grotesque, we got a big grotesque zit to pop, basically, is what it is. And these people are the pus of society. They're disgusting, and it's time for them to go. All right, have a good day.